It is Econo Chat. Let's talk business with Mr. Daniel Steinman. A warm welcome to our listeners and a warm welcome to Mr. Daniel Steinman himself. I'm Elsie Timiani, your hostess, and today we are talking about something that the World Bank decided that they would rate Namibia to a lower middle income country. Now we do have Mr. Daniel Steinman himself to tell us, what does this mean for Namibia? Is it something good? Is it something that we don't need to stress about? Or what do we make of this, Mr. Daniel Steinman?
Elsie, let me first say hi to all the listeners. I'm so glad you're there, that you're listening to us.
Yeah.
This so-called downgrade, it's absolute nonsense. It's not a downgrade, it's a reclassification, because the data set has changed. Now I'm going to explain it a little bit later, but let's again start with putting it in context, sketching the framework. Where does it fit in? In the World Bank classification of the income potential of all countries worldwide, they use 4 categories. Low income is the least developed, LDCs, the bottom ranks. Then they've got middle income, which is a wide category. That's why it's divided into lower middle income and upper middle income. And then at the top end of the spectrum is high income. Now what this relates to is so-called per capita income. And that means capitus is the Latin word for head. So per capita is simply a way of saying, if you take the big basket, which is the Namibian economy, and you slice it up into 3 million equal parts, those parts will be a certain value, and that will determine the ranking or the classification that we enjoy at the World Bank. So we used to be a middle income country, upper middle income country. And that was because we had a fairly high per capita ratio. Meaning that our income, if we average it out, if we split it into equal parts, were relatively high. I think it was about $6,400 US. And this is an annual figure. Now, let's look at what has happened now. We had a census last year. And from that census, it transpired that we are now 3 million people. The economy was still on a trajectory to come out of the impact of COVID. And make no mistake, we are not 100% fully there yet. So now you can make the deduction for yourself, and it's very easy. If the economy has been fairly stagnant for the last 5 years, and remember before that we had 5 years of recession. So we sit with an economy that has not been performing very well for about 10 years. But we sit with a population that, according to the census, has been performing very well. I don't know what we do when we don't make the economy. So what it means is that the population has grown faster than what the economy has grown. So that part that you need to divide by the total number of people in Namibia has become bigger. So if let's say we had a 220 billion GDP in 10 years ago, in 2017, we didn't, it was smaller. But so was the population. Now we have a 220 billion Namibia dollar economy, more or less. But you have to divide it by 3 million, not by 2.2 million anymore. So it means that the slice gets smaller. And what does it mean? The per capita income comes down. Does this make sense?
It does.
The economy grows at a certain rate, gets to 220 billion, but the population grows faster. So now the per capita, the average become smaller because the number of people has increased.
Yeah.
This is the only problem that we sit with, and this is the only signal that we have to take with us, that we have to take seriously from this reclassification. So if you recall, I said the data set has changed. What it means is that a certain size economy divided by 2.2 million gives us a certain per capita value. A not very much bigger economy divided by 3 million gives us a much lower figure. And this is where we are now. And so we are now in this very wide category, lower middle income, somewhere between $1,200 per year and $4,500 per year. And when we come back, I'll translate that into Namibia dollar, then you can see it's actually in your daily life, it's meaningless.
Yeah. And that is a wrap for now. Let's quickly go for that short break.